Yeah, another week.
Yes, sir.
Another week. Oh, wait, let me put the disclaimer up here so nobody has any false pretenses of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Putting that up every week so people do know, and if they continue to watch, that's up to them. So,
That's right.
see, you wearing your Dodgers hat.
Yeah, we're up 3-0.
3-0. Hey, you could beat the Skankies any day of the week. I'm all right with that.
I'm loving it. I'm loving Freddie Freeman. You know what? For those of you who don't know Freddie Freeman, this dude, he
You
is
do
like
now.
he you do now, yeah. He is
Yeah,
just
see,
like
being a Mets fan, I mean, I knew of Freddie a while ago when he was with the Braves.
yeah, and I liked him back when he was with the Braves. He's
Yeah.
just a down to earth, very,
Yeah.
you know, like I've seen him, well, was it a picture a couple of Halloweens ago? He was just taking his kids out trick or treating.
Oh, and the young kid that was dressed as him, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like, you get these mega superstars, and he's just like taking his kid out to trick or treating and whatever.
Yeah.
He's just so humble and just a very likable guy. I mean, unless he's playing your team, but
Yeah, of course. I mean, but I get what you're saying because there are players that are good ball players,
Mhm.
but they're not likable.
Yeah,
I completely understand.
or
Completely.
and and very easy to respect with the work ethic and I think his one child has been sick, and it was pretty well reported. He had something going on, but that aside, there are ball players out there who, you know, they may be on your opposing team, but you respect them, like a Derek Jeter.
Mhm.
I always
Mhm.
grew up hating the Yankees, but
Yeah, but Jeter's different. Yeah.
how can you not respect a ball player like that?
No, 100%. I get it. 100%.
And there's
Definitely.
and there's many others, but then there's also many others who you're like, get a grip.
Yeah, like A
you know,
Rod.
yeah, a hole.
Exactly. Exactly. So, as a little banner on the bottom there says Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 7.
Yeah.
Right. So, we got Episode 7, which was called Life Support. And we are going to be discussing that tonight.
Yeah, well, you know what? You told me something about 10 minutes ago that kind of like shattered my world. They said there's only 2 more episodes left. I'm like, what? I'm
There are-
hoping this thing's going to go on like for another year.
well, it sounds like it. I mean, from what I read, and it's not official, but I did read that Season 3 has been picked up.
I'm not talking about season 3. I want this to keep going.
Yeah, well, I know. Trust me, I know. That's the problem with good shows. Like, they do eventually end and it stinks. But yeah, there's only 9 episodes.
Oh my
This
God.
coming Sunday is 8
crazy.
and then 1 more. So there's a lot of wrapping up of loose ends to do. And I'm sure they might leave it a cliffhanger to Season 3. But still.
They have to. They have to. Just like last season when, the Fed show up to the bus Dwight, and then
right.
boom.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, fade to black. So yeah, that's good. But yeah, so this week here it starts off with they're sitting in the hospital. Obviously, Mark is in the hospital, and we found out he's not dead, but he is not in good shape. But he is in there, and he is alive.
But let me ask you this, because we talked about this last week. I just watched it the other night, and you watched it Sunday night or whatever. How did you feel on the opening scene?
For which part?
Remember, we talked how we wanted this next episode to start.
Oh, yeah, to go right away. Well, it kind of was. Yeah, I mean,
we wanted to see Tyson on the ground, screaming, "Dad!"
Yeah.
Like you said, making the phone call to Dwight from
the. Well, yeah. I mean, it wasn't too long after, but you're right. We did say that. Yeah, I mean, I was okay with it being obviously just in the hospital. I didn't want it to be like, the next day, and Tyson's at the bar with Dwight and they're talking about the dad or something like.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want it to be pretty removed. So, but yeah, so he's still alive. Um, mom, Tyson's mom is definitely not pleased with Tyson.
Mm-mm.
Give him the cold shoulder. He's asking if he want coffee, and she's blaming him. And I mean, rightfully so. That
Sure.
world would not be in their world if he wasn't a part of it.
Absolutely.
So, Dwight and Goody come, to kind of be respectful, and she wants nothing to do with them, nothing to do with Tyson.
Oh.
Everybody just get the hell out of here. And it's like I said. I mean, I kind of can't blame her. I mean, I know it's hard to watch, but can you really blame her?
No, her husband's laying in a bed. And what they are. They're gangsters or mafia, whatever, right? But the way that, at least that this in my eyes, the way I saw it is the way that they were shooting the scene, and you were looking at Goody and Dwight, and the way that they were dressed, they just looked mafioso.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They just look so mafioso. They
Dwight
stuck
looks
out
at
like
it,
two
yeah,
sore
every
thumbs.
single minute. Yeah, yeah, they stick out like a sore thumb. Exactly. The shiny suits, the glow, the jewelry. Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, my mom would be PO'd too.
Yeah, so she gets pushed to the limit a little bit. She smacks Tyson, tells him he's a 2-bit gangster, just like them, and told them all to leave.
Yeah.
In which they in turn did. That's when Dwight and Tyson have a little conversation outside, and
that was a good conversation.
he's what's that?
That was a good conversation.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, Tyson, rightfully so. With Tyson's age and not really being in the family business, so to speak. He's pissed. He wants revenge. I get it. They try to blow it. They try to blow him up. They try to blow Dwight up. They try to blow his father up. Well, they didn't try to blow his father up, but his father got blown up.
Right.
So I do understand the anger and the wanting for revenge. But in the same respect, you would think that he respects and admires and cares for whatever the opinion of Dwight so much that if Dwight's telling him stand down, we'll work on this, that he would listen. But he's letting his emotions get the best of him there.
Was this the scene where when Dwight was like, well, why did you want to do this, or why did you get into this? And Tyson's like, well, I wanted to be like you.
Yeah, he said, what do you want from this? Yeah, well, I want to be you.
Yeah.
I mean, Dwight, and when he said that, Dwight didn't look very happy.
Mm-mm.
Like we've said numerous times in these reviews, Dwight has a feeling for Tyson, of course. He did become family. All these guys he does. But also, too, I think we don't know about the relationship with Dwight's father, but obviously he wants Tyson and his father to have a better relationship than they do.
Sure.
And what they're doing is not going to help. So.
Right. And you don't get to where, see, like Dwight said with Tyson is like, you've been at arm's length. You may think you're not, you may think you're in the thick of it, but you're actually at arm's length.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to get to where I am, now you don't want to make those mistakes. Right. You don't want to do what I did to get where I am, because you won't be at arm's length. Yeah,
exactly. And then let's see here. So back at home, Tina asked Dwight about the explosion. Is that why he was pushing for the kids to be homeschooled? And that's when the FBI knocks on the door. Dwight tells them to go away.
Yeah.
Dwight says, I have nothing to say to you. Go away. Let's see what else. So the higher plane staff is now talking about, what are we doing? We can't even turn on our cars now.
They're scared.
Sure.
They're
Wouldn't you be?
Yeah.
They have nothing. They've never been involved in that type of life. Crazy.
No, and what's his name is like
Um,
saying that he goes, well, I'll pay for the Ubers or whatever,
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
trying to,
no, Bodie.
yeah,
Yeah.
Bodie, yeah, I'll pay for Ubers, and
Yeah.
the one dude's like, yeah, now you don't make fun of me for riding my skateboard.
Yeah. Exactly. A bunch of potheads. He told the one guy, go start the girl's car.
Yeah.
He's like, well, you're security. Go start the car.
Yeah, right.
And then there's a scene where Mitch and Goody and Dwight are all discussing who did it, who could have done it.
Mhm.
They all kind of agree it didn't really make sense for Kansas City to do it.
Right.
Dwight thinks it's New York, and that's when he calls up Chicky. Chicky claims that if he wanted him dead, he put 2 in the back of his head. Dwight asked to speak to Vince. That went over well. Chicky got
Yeah,
extremely upset with that.
that's gonna blow up. That's gonna blow up.
Well, I mean, bouncing around a little bit, not going completely linear. Vince had the meeting with a few of the other family heads
Mhm.
about taking Chicky out.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a surprise that we saw this coming. He
Right.
doesn't like that the family's thought of as weak. They don't think they're going to get anywhere with Chicky as their head of the family.
Let me ask you a question though. Do you think, now I could just be completely naive, I don't know. In today's day and age, do you think that the mafia is like still as predominant, or are they like in the shadows more, or is it just not even existent anymore?
I think it's
What's
existent. I
your
mean,
opinion? What's
my
your opinion?
opinion is there's always going to be some form of organized crime, which is
Mhm.
what the mafia was and is.
Mhm.
So there will always be a form of a mafia. Do I think it has the structure of what it used to have? And what I mean by that is it literally had a business plan, for lack of a better term. You were a capo, you soldier, there was positions to be and
Mhm.
graduate to becoming a made guy. There were certain rules and codes you did not break. But that part I don't think exists anymore.
Okay. I
I,
was
I
just
think
was
I think
curious.
that part there, I think like again, honor amongst thieves, loyalty, like it used to be, I think is gone.
Mhm.
I think, but I do believe it exists in some form. I don't think it exists as it used to in the pre 90s,
Mhm.
in this, the 80s and earlier, where
Jimmy
there
Hoffa.
was where there was the families
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That I don't think, but I could be wrong. I mean, from what I mean, when New York went down, it wasn't like anybody really took their place. Gotti went down, and then that was it. It all ended.
Mhm.
Um, so I don't know, but I do believe there's organized crime. Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I know. I was just talking about like the families, like everything you
Yeah.
just
I don't
addressed.
think that. No.
Because I'm just trying to think about. I'm like, very interesting. It's just kind of.
Yeah, that I don't think so. I don't think there's the capo regime like they're supposed to be, and the opening the book to
Mhm.
insert the made guys and stuff like that. I don't think that exists anymore.
Okay.
I think that is gone by the wayside.
Okay.
A lot of the guys that came in, it's like the respect and the earning of it, they didn't feel they had to.
Mhm.
Kind of like Vince in Tulsa when
Mhm.
he's mouthing off to Dwight. It's a
Right.
perfect example. Back when a guy like Vince would have never mouthed off to Dwight,
Oh no.
never,
No.
and a guy like Chicky would have never took down his father.
Right.
He would have maybe talked him out of the business. Look, Pop, you're getting old now. Let me take over. Why don't you just enjoy retirement? Whatever. you could be my consigliere, but to take him out, no, I don't think that would happen.
Yeah. I was just thinking of like during the scene when Vince went to the, the bar and all the old timers were there and he was talking about that. And I'm like trying to think like, okay, they're at the Lucky Seven. Can this really be happening in today's day and age? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Just trying to,
I mean, and Vince kind of did it the right way. I mean, he didn't go rogue and
right.
just take Chicky out. He did go there to get the blessing of the other people that they had to go and have a sit down with the heads of the families. So it seems like there's some structure, but I would be surprised if it really does. I mean, back when in the 80s and 70s and 80s, like everybody in New York area knew the names of the families.
Yeah.
I mean, there was always someone that knew a guy. It was just too prevalent to not.
Sure.
So now, like you said, I think it's in the shadows now where it's more smash and grab jobs, so to speak.
Yeah. But it was just, I don't know. To me, it was kind of enlightening. It was kind of like nostalgic to watch that scene. It was just kind of cool.
Yeah.
Throwback to Goodfella or,
yeah. No, yeah, you're right. The old mob movies.
Yeah. Godfather, if I ever get to watch it.
See, you had to bring that up. I wasn't going to bring it up. I was going to leave it alone. I didn't want to do it again.
I know.
I'm going to hold the episode.
I'm just twisting a little, Tony. Just twisting a little.
So anyway, Dwight asked to talk to Vince, which obviously Chicky does not happy about. And he asked Vince if Kansas City could be involved in it. Vince said he doesn't know. So let's see here. That's when Dwight went to Mark's plumbing customer that had the Ring doorbell.
Yes.
Wanted to see if he could find the video footage of the car. And then he asked Dwight, well, do you have somebody? Dwight claims to be an insurance guy.
Right.
He's like, do you have any ID? He's like, I got 5 of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Guy's like, come on in.
That's right. That's right.
And then Bodie is able to get the footage of the car. They got a partial plate. And then he goes to the driving instructor.
Yeah.
That almost had a heart attack with Dwight.
That was great just to bring him back for that little scene, I loved it.
He's so scared. He's so scared.
Yeah.
And then what happened after that? Oh, that's when they went to the ranch and Dwight was talking to Manny / Armand.
Right.
Depending on who's calling him what. Dwight calls him Manny, right? I think Dwight calls him Manny, but Margaret calls him Armand, or the other way around. No. Margaret calls him Manny, right? Whatever. It doesn't matter.
I didn't pay it. I wasn't paying attention to that because that conversation got pretty intense pretty fast.
Yeah. Well, we know who we know. He's like, hey, Margaret's over there. Let's look at the horses. Pretend we're talking about the horses.
Yep.
Basically, have you told Thresher anything? He's feeling the pressure now. Manny's definitely feeling the pressure.
Yes, he is.
And then Manny says to him, I'm kind of caught in the middle of this. That pissed Dwight off.
No, you're on one side or the other.
Dwight's like, there is no middle.
Yeah.
It's just one side.
Yep.
Let's see. Chicky was still mad at Vince for going through. He's still mad that he went down for the sit down. Bill believes that Bevilacqua believes Chicky's responsible for the bomb. Chicky tells him to keep his name. I mean, Bill tells Chicky to keep his name out of it. Even Bevilacqua said it, but it doesn't make sense for me to take this guy out right now.
Yeah, well, he's going to be making him money.
Right.
He said, what did he say? Down the road, maybe, but not right now.
Yeah. Right. It doesn't make sense right now. Let's get things done. It's business. That's when Vince talks to the gangsters from other families in a bar.
Mm-hmm.
He's praising what Dwight has done in Tulsa, insults Chicky, and then asks if Vince wants to kill Chicky. Vince says he can make peace with Dwight, but not if Chicky's there, and he wants to move Chicky aside. They tell him they'll have to think about it. But they also thanked Vince for not taking matters into his own hands.
Which is kind of a turn of events because season 1, episode 1, Dwight lays Vince out, breaks his jaw.
Oh, knocked him
Boom.
out.
And now here we
Well,
are.
because this is about what's in it for Vince.
Oh,
Vince
yeah.
could take over the family, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. But now he's looking to, be on Dwight's side.
Right.
As a cover.
See, and that's what I mean by there's no honor among thieves. Like that's not how. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like a hit's never been put out on a made guy, or a hit's never been put out on somebody who's a superior. I mean, that's how Gotti got where he was.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just too often now.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So Margaret has heard about the explosion. Dwight thinks they should calm their relationship down. They meet up for a drink, and obviously it didn't calm down very much.
But let me ask you, I get the feeling there's a little bit more to Margaret that we're not being told yet.
Well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, I agree with you, but she had kind of insinuated it at the table with Dwight. Like, I know this world. I'm not.
Yeah, there's more to her than I think next season. Maybe next season we're going to get more of her backstory somehow or other.
I mean, it might get more of it, a little bit more than we did. I mean, but she did kind of basically say, like, don't treat me like a little baby. I'm a big girl. I've been around and I know things. So, because remember, he goes, you're not afraid of this? Like, this doesn't scare you? And she's like, yeah, maybe a little, but she's also like a person that has not been involved in that at all.
Right.
Would not be just okay with any of it.
Didn't she have like 2 or 3 ex-husbands or something like that?
I forget, something like that.
Yeah. So I'm imagining somewhere along the lines that she was involved somehow. But I think there's going to be more depth with her coming up.
Probably. Let's see here. Dwight goes to Cal Thresher, asking him about the bomb and the car.
Yeah.
And he tells him no, he's got nothing to do with it. And then Thresher goes to Jackie and asks Jackie about it. And obviously we find out Jackie was behind it.
Yeah. Jackie is becoming a big major player.
I told you he's going to be the big bad, and he is.
Yeah.
And Thresher is not all he's cracked up to be by this big villain.
Mm-hmm.
He gets freaked out pretty easily when it comes to severe force. Now, Jackie's already killed 2 people in front of him, and Thresher freaked out. He talks tough, but I think he also knows not to push Dwight too hard, because he does realize, like, Dwight's the real deal. I would not be surprised if Thresher goes to. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish, please.
No. Oh, okay. I wouldn't be surprised if Thresher asks Bevilacqua to team up and try to get rid of Jackie.
Yeah. Something's got to happen.
Because he's not going to ask Dwight.
No.
Yeah.
No, but you remember the scene where they're at the Prius after he pulls the tarp off the car. And he's like, if Dwight finds out about this, we're dead. And he's like, Jackie's like, I'll turn this car into a cube.
Right.
And Thresher's like, well, what about him? He knows. And Jackie just boom, shoots him right there. And then the next thing you know, they're pushing the car into a cube.
It doesn't matter about the car. I mean, it matters what if he finds out about the registration, finds out who it's registered to, and then the connections to there confirms that they're a part of it.
Well, I'm just saying,
he's not dusting for fingerprints.
No, I'm just saying with the car, like with Thresher, what Jackie did in front of Thresher. He just shot the guy, left him in the car to be squished.
Yeah, there's Jackie right there. Jackie's a problem.
Yeah,
Jackie's definitely a problem.
Yeah.
After that,
Thresher was taken aback yet again.
After that is when Mitch is talking to Tyson in the bar.
Just
good talk. Great scene. Yeah. basically told him, you do this, you're at a crossroad. You'll never be the same person.
Right.
And obviously he's telling him by experience. He murders someone will change you forever. Warns him not to do it. And that's when Tyson goes to hospital and talks to the father, who he thinks is in like sedated or coma or something.
Yeah.
And kind of tells him, sorry and everything else, and then leaves. Mark tries to call Dwight. Is he with you? No, he's not. Um, that's when Dwight calls Tyson, asked where he was, told him to come back, that he had a name for the Prius. And then a car came down the driveway, and the car did shoot at Tyson first.
Yes, it did.
That might be the only saving grace that Tyson has.
Right.
And then Tyson returned fire. Now, nobody was killed. The guy was shot in the shoulder, who's one of Bevilacqua's guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tyson peels off and gets out of there, and Dwight's yelling Tyson over the phone. And that's it for episode 7.
Just by chance, I don't know what I had like a second or something. I don't remember when it was, if it was last night or this morning or something, before I would come across the official Sliced Alone on the gram. And
the gram.
On the gram. I'm cool, damn it.
That's hysterical.
And he had put out upcoming scenes for the next episode.
For episode 8?
Yeah.
Oh, he did? Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know. See, you saw it before I did.
And that's a shocker to me, because I'm like, I hardly ever go on anything anymore. But I saw it, and what I saw is like, whoa. Even just like the opening scene, I was like, dang, man.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely coming to a head. I mean, they only have 2 episodes, like we discussed. 8 and 9 are left. And obviously there's quite a few things that need to be taken care of. Now, all right, so let's cover as many as we can of what's going on. So the whole higher plane crowd, they're willing to accept what's going on and be careful, and they're not going anywhere. They're just a little nervous. So that's them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would go after those guys, but again, who knows? The sister and the daughter, I think he's going to tell them to get out of Dodge, and until this blows over, I think they're going to go back to New York to stay safe, because New York's not going to hurt them. Obviously the immediate crew.
Well, wait a minute though. Chicky put the boot to her husband back in New York to send a message, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, why would Dwight send her back to New York?
Well,
because
maybe.
Chicky and gang are there. I would be like, yo, go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
I got the cash. Come on.
go somewhere they're not going to find you.
Right.
True. Very true. Then you got the immediate gang: Mitch, Tyson, Bigfoot, Dwight. That's it, right?
Well, there is Manny.
Oh,
Goody. Manny. They haven't really shown Manny in the gang altogether.
No, because Manny's done. Obviously, Manny's playing the both sides of the fence. Dwight found that out when he said he was caught in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that's loyal to the family and loyal to Dwight would never be caught in the middle.
Right.
Goody wasn't caught in the middle when he was talking to Chicky about taking Dwight out.
Right.
So I think obviously, Manny's days are numbered. I would be shocked if he doesn't die before the end of the season.
Yeah.
I would be very shocked.
I'm with you on that one.
And I'm going to put this out there, and this is going to be a You're going to go, no, no, that's not going to happen. I bet you Thresher's killed before the end of the season.
What?
Like, yeah, I think
Seriously?
I do. I think Jackie's going to have enough of Thresher. I don't think it's going to be Dwight. I don't think it's going to be. I don't know. That's just the gut feeling. I think Thresher's going to get taken out.
Damn.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I could be wrong. If I was a good enough writer, I'd be on the show.
Yeah, I know. Boy, that's but then you look at I'm like you said last week, just because you have you're a name actor,
Mhm.
Neil McDonough, Dominic
Or even not a name,
Lombardozzi.
even not a name actor, even just the characters are important to the show. Did you watch The Sopranos?
No.
All right, we have to consider our friendship a little bit now. We got to really talk. Okay?
I knew you were.
I mean, you got The Godfather, you have The Sopranos. There's a lot to discuss here, folks. Folks, you might have to be off the air for a while.
I did watch Oscar.
All right, well, I can't say anything then because if you ever do watch it, I don't want to ruin it for you.
All right. How about this one? Johnny Dangerously.
Oh my God. Remember when he go? My father hung me up on the back of a door once.
Oh, I love it. When Don Amici, he's playing the priest and he's like, Auntie Meridian, Uncle Meridian, and all the little Meridians. That's a classic. Guys, if you have not seen Johnny Dangerously, you have not lived life.
Oh yeah. Michael Keaton. That's a good film. Good film.
Yeah.
Funny film.
Joe
Stupid
Piscopo,
funny.
Don Amici.
Yep. Stupid funny. Good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, what was the girl?
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, to your point, I get. I mean, a named actor or an important character. Like we don't know. I mean, nobody knew the name of the girl that plays his daughter, Tina. She's not a name actress. No offense.
Right.
I mean, she's had a few parts, but she's not. But she's an important role in this series.
Sure.
So yeah, so these people that are important to the series, so to speak, and not that nobody isn't important, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
The girl at the higher plane with the shaved head, like she's obviously less important than his daughter.
Right.
But who knows who'll go? I mean, they tried to make a statement by blowing up Dwight and they missed. Bevilacqua's not coming after him for the killing of his right-hand man. So our theory on they're going to come hard and hit hard is gone.
Mm-hmm.
New York doesn't really have a beef with Dwight except for Chicky. Chicky's got more of a problem with Vince. So I mean, the only one that really has a problem with Dwight is Jackie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it definitely.
I have a feeling Jackie's gonna take out Thresher, and Jackie's gonna be a problem.
Jackie's definitely gonna do something. I don't know if it's gonna be Thresher. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't. Neil, man, I love you. Don't go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want him to go either, but also in the same respect, it's like, how much could you really go into next season?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he'll be coming on for another season. I mean, the only other
I mean, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I highly doubt it. I mean, why? How would it make sense story-wise? If he's already falling apart, he's already at the stage in the show where he's kind of falling apart.
But don't you think they have to? I would think that they have to give some backstory to him yet, because we don't really know his backstory, like what level of the game he's in. We know he's just, as far as like he's like a guy who can buy you, he can buy you and sell you, but we don't know a lot about his.
No, we don't. I mean, but then again, none of these characters you really know much about them in their backstory when you first get them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not really gonna have a series. Like, you can't really have a series season 1 where you're showing how everybody got where they are. You kind of need to introduce them where they are. And then maybe along the way, something gets mentioned, oh, well, I was in the jail or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't see them going much further with Thresher's character. He's already in a mode where he knows he can't push Dwight much further. So he can't really do anything with his business. He knows he can't push Jackie around. So what else is there for him? Where else is there for him to go?
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it all points that direction. But I just thought that they would just maybe.
I mean, unless it's a different, he takes.
You think he might take out Jackie?
Yeah.
Thresher might take Jackie.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, unless that is the complete turnaround.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be. I mean, but again, I think he's going to ask. I don't think he's going to try to team up with Dwight. I can't see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what would be the purpose of having them be enemies and then now you're trying to team up?
Yeah.
That's why I think he'll team up with Bevilacqua or ask Bevilacqua to team up. I don't know.
Yeah. Make him look weak, though.
Make him look weak.
If I'm Thresher and I go to Bevilacqua looking to team up to take out either Jackie or the general,
mm-hmm.
I'm Bevilacqua, I'm thinking, dude, why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, absolutely. But that's my point. But that's my point. That's where he's gotten to. His arc is going, it's plummeting down.
So that's what I'm saying. He's going to look. If he goes looking for help from anybody, he's going to look weak.
No, agreed. 100% agreed. 100%. And that's why I think it's going to happen, because they're going to show like he's done. He's not even a force to be reckoned with anymore.
Okay. What if Margaret is actually in charge of Jackie?
Ooh. Margaret wouldn't want to take out Dwight. Margaret likes Dwight.
No,
I think she genuinely does like him. I don't think it's to try to get him into trust.
No, I think she definitely does.
Yeah. So if she's in charge of Jackie, then Jackie wouldn't have tried to blow up Dwight.
Unless Jackie's pulling events. But now this is turning into like
Jackie's definitely he's definitely a loose cannon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's definitely somebody that would do anything, anywhere. I don't trust him. I wouldn't put it past him. Now
all he needs is somebody in a coma who comes out of a coma. Like Days of Our Lives.
I know, right? That's all this is. That's all this is. It's just a violent soap opera. That's all.
That's it. Nighttime soaps, man.
That's all any of these shows are.
I know.
Crazy.
With brain transplants.
So 2 more. That's it. 2 more episodes.
I can't believe it. I don't want it to. No, I don't want it to.
2 more. That's all we got.
I have to start from the beginning and go all the way through, though.
Yeah. So next week we got season 2, episode 8. Yep. We'll be reviewing on next week. And then we also have a special episode.
Yes, we do.
That we're airing November. What did we say? November 7th? Yeah, we're airing November 7th, I think.
Was it the Friday night before?
Yeah, we're doing the Friday. That's the 7th, right?
I think so. I'd have to look.
Yeah. So today is airing Wednesday, the 30th. Yeah, and then the next episode, season 8, is airing Wednesday, the 6th.
Yes, and our special episode will be Friday the 8th.
Friday the 8th. Oh, it's the 8th. Okay. Friday the 8th. We have a special episode, a special Rocky Run edition, fun episode. We're going to be doing a special day and time. Yeah. Well, not time, but we'll be doing it on Friday the 8th, 7:00. So I'll be airing before the Rocky Run.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we come back from the Rocky Run, November 10th is the last episode of of Tulsa King. So we will be showing that, and then we will also have our Rocky Run there.
Recap.
So, yeah,
Rocky Run recap.
Rocky Run recap. And of course, we'll be shooting live and
yeah,
videos and stuff from the day of the run, and then we'll have a recap after that. So we got a lot going on.
Yes, we do.
Busy 4 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is.
Looking forward to it.
Oh, very much.
Yeah,
very much.
Yeah. Hey, for all of our friends, family, and viewers, just start collecting bail money.
Now they're not going to. They're like, that's all we have to do is not have bail money. That's it.
I know, right?
And they're gone.
Go fund us bail money.
Yeah, go fund me. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a real good time. Looking forward to it very much. So, all right. Any other parting words? This is a short episode, I know, but we did not have a backstory this week, and I know we didn't. Rick and I were both relatively busy, so we really didn't have the time. But we will next week. We will have one of them next week. Give us a little message down there, or message us on the gram, as Rick likes
on the
to
gram,
and let us know who you'd like us to maybe do. Let's see who we got. So we maybe do. Let's see, not Clubber. We did Clubber, right?
No, we have not done Clubber.
We didn't do Clubber?
I don't think so. No, we haven't done Clubber. We haven't done
so
Drago.
Clubber, Drago.
Tommy.
Those are the heavy hitters. Clubber, Drago, Mason, Tommy.
Yeah. Sometimes
and then
sometimes I like doing the secondary characters.
Yeah, we can do a secondary character. I mean, you got Annie the bartender. You got Little Marie. You got
I think Little Marie would be fun. I think that
Marie?
one can go in interesting areas,
I mean, because we knew her as a was she 10 or 13, whatever the heck she is.
Yeah.
And then you don't see her again until later. But yeah, we could do that. But like I said, give us some ideas, throw some stuff down there, let us know.
Would we consider the Little Marie from Rocky V that was never put on? Would we consider that part of it if we were to do Little Marie?
Little Marie, that Rocky V?
Yeah.
What was that?
All right. Deleted scenes with Little Marie in Rocky V.
Oh. Well, you kind of have to. I mean,
I was going to say, would we consider that?
Yeah, you have to. I mean, it's Little Marie. It's not like it wasn't somebody else.
Right.
Yeah,
but it was a deleted scene. So
it was.
But
it exists in the Rocky land. I mean, so
then it's got to be real.
Technically, exactly. Exactly.
It's on the internet. It's real.
Right. Exactly. Too. Oh my God, that's too funny.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, because secondary characters. I mean, obviously the primary ones, like I said, Clubber, Tommy, Mason.
Them. We will do that.
Yeah, we'll do them. We'll do them. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
We could really go on a stretch and really do some people that are like really secondary characters. I mean, Gloria, who owns the pet shop.
Wow. I forget. Yeah.
What's his name? Gazzo's driver.
Buddy.
We could we could really stretch it out.
Wow.
But that's a stretch. You got to be a real diehard fan and want to know those backstories.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, let us know. If not, maybe we'll do a major player, Clubber, Drago.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll do one or the other, but we'll figure it out. All right, my brother. Until next week. So we got it. So next week we got episode 8. Okay. Got a lot going on. Until then, what do you got? Same bad time, right?
Same bad channel.
Same bad channel. All right, everybody. We'll see everybody next week. Thanks for watching.